As a solo freelance web designer for over 12 years, I've tackled many projects, both big and small. Balancing workloads and client expectations single-handedly made me wonder, how can I operate my business like a 10-person team? Well, today I'm sharing the answer. I'm giving you my best AI tips that make me as productive as a 10-man web design business, opening doors for me to be more creative, less stressed, and more profitable. Let's go. You can use AI to generate perfect sitemaps in seconds, not hours. A sitemap is like the blueprint of a website. It helps you, your visitors, and the Google bots not to get lost. In the olden days, we'd have to use a spreadsheet and spend a ton of time thinking about the information architecture of a site, how many pages, and how to best organize them in a site map. Well, now you can just use a tool like Reloom AI to do this for you in seconds. You just explain your website in a prompt, the business, heck, provide as much information as you want, and just tap a little button and it'll do all the work for you. And like any good AI tool, it's not final. You can review the sitemap, make some suggestions, and it will tweak the result. Once you're happy with it, you can then manually change the sitemap to fine-tune it to you and your client's preferences. Post sitemap, we create wireframes, simple visuals, boxes, and lines suggesting a site's layout, not its look and feel. At one point, we'd sketch or use tools like Photoshop, Figma. Now, AI tools like Reloom AI make wireframes in seconds from sitemaps. You can adjust the layouts, swap the sections, or manually tweak them to your needs. Now, in every web design business, you're going to have meetings with clients. It's important that you take notes in those meetings. But the problem with taking notes is you can't actively listen to your client while taking coherent notes. Plus, it's hard to remember everything that was said or requested during the meeting. With AI, so long as you've recorded the meeting with the consent of the attendees, of course, you can have it analyze the transcript and provide you with meeting summaries, takeaways, important action items, even exact quotes of interesting things people said. Dedicated tools like Fireflies, Otter, Supernormal, and Fathom, just to name a few, do this all for you. But you can easily do this with something like ChatGPT or even Notion AI by pasting your meeting transcript into ChatGPT and simply asking for a meeting summary. Now, in those meetings, you'll walk away with a huge to-do list, and we humans are not good at prioritizing our to-do lists. But do you know what is good at doing that? Yes, AI. Dump your massive to-do list in ChatGPT and ask it to analyze the items and reorder them based on priority. You can even have it create a schedule for you. So all you have to do is start chipping away at the list. Hey bud, here's my to-do list for this week from my recent meeting with a client. Help me organize this in order of priority and importance. Send my clients ideas for next month's conference activations. Get back to my colleague about the online course curriculum that we're working on. Oh yeah, I need to buy flowers for my wife and film the YouTube video that needs to go live next week. Plus, I need to book flights for the conference coming up and drink some coffee.
Of course, your majesty of multitasking. Here's your to-do list organized by priority and importance, with the flowers for your wife at the top. 1. Buy flowers for my wife, top priority for marital bliss. 2. Film the YouTube video that needs to go live next week. 3. Send my clients ideas for next month's conference activations. 4. Book flights for the conference. 5. Get back to my colleague about the online course curriculum we're working on. 6. Drink coffee. How does that look? Supreme Sultan of schedule.
That sounds amazing. Now, one major item on that to-do list will be to make your client websites responsive. Now, this means it works beautifully on all screen sizes. In the past, this wasn't as easy as it is today. Let me paint a picture for you. We would have to write complicated CSS media queries targeting specific elements and resolutions and screen sizes, and then test it on a bunch of weird virtual browser simulators. We even had to use old computers that we kept lying around simply for testing the website on different screen sizes, browsers, and operating systems. But now you can use any good website building platform, like our favorite here at Creative Crew, Wix Studio, to easily make the client's site responsive in just a few clicks. In fact, with Wix Studio, you can simply click a button and have AI create the tablet and mobile versions of your web design in less time than it takes to step away to get some more coffee on that to-do list. Now, while we're here in Wix Studio, I can share a few other AI tips. Now, one big one is writing filler content. Now, content is king, and that is still true today. Even without layout, design, color palette, animations, a website is still a website because of its content. Sometimes it's just dummy filler text like lorem ipsum. But instead of boring text with no context, see what I did there? Why not have some real text with some meaning? Yes, you can use AI to do exactly this. I'll simply choose an area where I need some content, prompt AI to generate some relevant text, giving it some instructions, and boom. Here are 3 suggestions I can add straight to the design. Of course, we can try again, modify, discard it, you get the drill. Other times, the client finally gives you their content in a massive Word doc. It's always a Word doc, full of text, biography, backstory, hobbies, accolades, and ramblings. In the past, this part was a drag. You'd need to use it, or if you were a good boy, you'd spend some time reading it, parsing things out. But now, with AI, just dump that doc on ChatGPT and ask it to turn it into copywriting gold. You need a well-written bio, but want to maintain the tone and personality of the client's original writing? Done. You need all their services to have exactly a 160 character explanation so it doesn't break your perfect design layout? Easy. Hey, and sometimes you're going to need to provide copy for your client's website, okay? Maybe you're offering copywriting services, or you said that you'd provide basic content for certain parts of their website. Well, you can do that with AI too, but I have to give you a really big warning here. Don't just use AI output for all your copywriting needs. There are AI detectors like GPT-0, and major search engines like Google are punishing AI generated content, which is actually really easy to spot, not only for us humans, but especially for algorithms and even other AI. So if the content you write for your clients' sites are just spewing out first pass AI generated content, it'll come back to haunt you and your clients won't be happy. And I'm not just saying this because you want to hide your AI usage. Heck, everyone's going to be using AI. It's not something to be ashamed of. But the more we adopt and use AI, the more we need to be cautious of how we use it. Because if everyone is just using AI to communicate, write stuff, and do everything for them, are we even talking to people anymore? Reading anything authentically human? Or are we just consuming regurgitated, artificially intelligent concepts that are just meta understandings of the collective database of human knowledge? I don't even know what I just said. It's important to use AI as a tool and a way to help us humans do our jobs better. Okay, here's another AI tip I use every day in my web design business, and that's using AI to create headlines. Every great website starts with a great headline wrapped in an H1 tag. It needs to clearly explain the value of what's being offered while simultaneously drawing that visitor in with a great hook, all without sounding too stuffy, bland, and generic. This is really hard to do. And the great copywriters of our time can whip up headlines out of thin air like it's a party trick. However, all great headlines generally follow a formula. So not only can you ask AI to write a great headline for your website, for example, hey, AI, I want you to write a great SEO optimized headline for my cosmetic dentist client in Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Sure thing. You got it, boss. How about this headline? Top cosmetic dentist in Calgary, Alberta. Transform your smile today.
Now, give me 2 more ideas and make them approachable, cheeky, and use the tone of voice in my client's copy deck I provided earlier.
Absolutely. Super handsome, awesome guy. Here are 2 more ideas. 1, get the smile you've always wanted with Calgary's friendliest cosmetic dentist. 2, say cheese Calgary. Perfect smiles made easy with our top cosmetic dentist.
Not gonna lie, I really like that Say Cheese Calgary one. But straight up asking AI for headlines can be, well, too AI sounding, and Google might sucker punch your SEO rankings as a result. Sometimes you just need to write like a human. But remember I mentioned that headlines are just formulas? Well, AI can be our copywriting coach, and we can have AI teach us what those copywriting formulas are. Then we could do the writing ourselves, like this. Give me 3 popular headline copywriting formulas.
You got it, Mr. Brad. Here are 3 popular headline copywriting formulas. 1, the how-to formula. This formula shows the reader a clear benefit or solution. For example, how to achieve a perfect smile in just 30 days. 2, the list formula. This formula creates curiosity by listing tips, tricks, or steps. For example, 7 secrets to a brighter smile from Calgary's top dentist. 3, the question formula. This formula engages the reader by asking a question that resonates with their needs or desires. For example, want a stunning smile? Here's how our Calgary dentist can help.
Now we've got proven headline formulas that we can add a human touch to. AI can create your SEO technical content for you, like analyzing images and writing your alt text, which is surprisingly hard when you look at an image and you just can't figure out how to describe it. Like in this image right here. Is it best described as a handsome man holding an axe with a forest behind him? Or a visually pleasing gentleman asserting dominance over a chopping tool enveloped by a seemingly endless expanse of forest? Or a specimen of masculine pulchritude asserting proprietary rights over a decidedly sharp implement designed for bifurcation of a timber ensnared within the labyrinthine intricacies of a sylvan panorama that spans as far as the ocular faculties can perceive? Yeah. Or you can just upload it to your AI tool and ask it to write the alt text for you. And in no time, you're on to the next task. A rugged, handsome man with a perfect smile and is standing in a lush forest. Great. Now that we've got our AI trained on a huge repository of content for our project, another way to use AI in your web design business is to repurpose key content into auxiliary content for social media captions, hashtags, promotions, email newsletters, ads, and so on. Watch this. Write an Instagram caption I can use to promote the grand opening of my client's Calgary Cosmetic Dentistry Clinic. There will be door prizes, games for kids, special discounts for new patients, and more. Include 15 relevant hashtags. Go.
Join us for the grand opening of our Calgary Cosmetic Dentistry Clinic. Enjoy door prizes, fun games for the kids, special discounts for new patients, and so much more. Bring your family and friends for a day filled with smiles and celebrations. See you there. Calgary Dentist, Cosmetic Dentistry, family fun, grand opening, smile bright.
All right, and as you can see here, those last bits, that was the hashtags. This is a great post. Now, write a subject line for my newsletter that's going out this Friday.
Grand opening this weekend, special discounts and fun for all ages.
I'm impressed. You, sir, are getting a raise. Actually, no, I'm just joking. No raise for you.
Haha, thanks for the thought, buddy old pal. Just happy to help out. What's next on the agenda?
It's good sport. He's a good sport. I trained him well. Now that we've got a great content plan mapped out, we can ask AI to create a social media marketing calendar for us. Hey, AI guy, give me a social media marketing calendar for next week to promote our cosmetic dentistry client's grand opening. Tell me where I should be posting each piece of content and on which day. And so as you can see here, Monday through Friday, it's got the plan all listed out, where I should post it, hashtags. Pretty much I can copy and paste and I can get on with my day. Awesome. Yikes. Looks like I got an email from Mike, client of mine. He sounds pretty worried about something. It's just like a massive wall of text. There's emojis, many exclamation points, and well, it looks pretty urgent. But I'm busy right now doing other business things, and my millennial brain is overfried with information overload today. So the AI robot is going to handle this one for me as well. Hey, Mr. GPT, I just copied and pasted an email from a web design client. He sounds pretty worried, and I need you to analyze the email and give me a list of what they need from me and how to best respond. Take it away.
Analysis of clients' needs. 1. Website performance issues. The site is slow and some pages aren't loading. 2. Contact form issues. The contact form.
All right, it sounds like and looks like AI's helped me figure out what needs to happen here and the issues in the email, and then suggested a good response. I'm sorry to hear about the issues. Let's tackle this step by step. I'll begin working on these right away. Please hang in there. I'll get back to you shortly with an update. This is great because, as it says, it acknowledges the client's concerns, reassures them, outlines a clear plan of action. So this is great. Sometimes you don't know how to respond, and AI can parse that information and give you a good way of following up And then you could use your own human tone and writing to follow that format, assure the client, help them out, and then take care of the issue. Now, when it comes to writing code, I'm pretty proficient, but nowadays I prefer to avoid it. However, sometimes it's unavoidable. For a recent project, I needed to code in the Liquid programming language, and it was complex and my brain was just not cooperating. So I gave a basic version of the code to an AI. I explained what I needed, and it wrote it perfectly for me. It even documented the code, saving me 3 days of coding agony. Now, just like us humans, the first attempt at writing some code might not be the best, most optimized way of writing it. AI might write code that could use some massaging, let's say. We can just ask it to review its code and make optimizations where necessary, and then leave comments within the code to explain its decisions. Pretty cool. Okay, moving on. There are tons of times when you're running a one-man web design shop and all you need is some solid advice, a guiding hand, or someone to point you in the right direction. Now, there's no real substitute for a human in this scenario, or even better, a whole community of folks who get it, like our Creative Crew community, which you can join for free, link down below, click that. But if you're using a custom GPT, which is trained on specific data to give you personalized responses, as your web design business coach, you can wiggle out of these jams right quick. For example, I've created this custom GPT here, which is trained on the content of my Freelancing Freedom launch course, which is all about the business of web design. And I can prompt it all kinds of things like this. Give me 3 quick inbound marketing strategies to get more local dentist clients for my web design business.
Here are 3 inbound marketing strategies to help you attract local dentist clients for your web designed website. Share these on your website.
All right, and then I can obviously look at it here and see what it is that it's suggesting. And so this is great, and it's trained on my course and my own insights so that I know it's something that I would trust to follow along with. So 3 actionable strategies I can work on right now. Now, let's say your efforts pay off and you get a solid lead, but you're not sure what pricing strategy you should use for the proposal and how much you should charge. Well, we can use another custom GPT trained on pricing freelance projects. And I've done just that and created one based on my pricing calculator formulas that I use in all of my projects. I'll just feed it the information that my client provided in the request for proposal. I'll tell it the features and functionality required, the pages, and any other relevant information, and ask it to help me come up with a pricing strategy. And so here's an example of a recent response I got. To price a project for a cosmetic dentist involving a new brand strategy, website with 10 pages in a CMS and SEO rankings, we should follow a value-based pricing approach as detailed in the providing training materials. That is my course and the pricing calculator. Here's the framework. Define the value to the client, estimate your costs, calculate the price based on value. It even has a formula based on the calculator I created. And then it says, however, given the value this project brings to the client, you might consider a higher markup based on the expected revenue increase for your client. So for example, maybe a $15,000 to $20,000 project. This checks out. Now, offer package options. So using the triple threat technique, which is what I call it, it's based on my musical theater background, offer 3 packages with varying levels of services and benefits. So the basic, the standard, and the premium package. And that gives you 3 different options that the client can choose from. Look, AI is not going to replace your job. People using AI will. I heard that on the internet. Probably it was AI generated. Echoing the wise Chris Do. Nobody wants a 100-person team. What they want is the productivity and output of a 100-person team. That's what AI can do. Mastering these tools is really important, especially now that everybody, your competitors included, have access to them. But it's not just about tools. It's about connection with other people who struggle with the same stuff you do. That's why I'm going to introduce one more tip. Join the Creative Crew community. It's a free global network for web design agencies and freelancers, offering coaching, resources, expert insights, networking, all to enhance your skills and business growth. And the best part is it's all free thanks to our friends over at Wix Studio. head over to creativecrewcommunity.com or click the link down below to join. All right, and that's about it. Any last words, AI robot friend?
Sure thing. Emperor of endings. Remember, using AI tools can make your work easier and more efficient, but never forget the human touch. Keep blending creativity with technology, and you'll always be on top of your game. Oh, and don't forget to buy those flowers. How's that, Duke of Digital?
Pretty good. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.